Hey guys, I am filming a video today for the new ColourPop palette. This is the Perception palette, and it's the Shayla and ColourPop collaboration. Not sure who that is. I don't usually know these people that they collaborate with. But anyways, if the lighting looks a little bit off, I'm trying to work things out here because I'm actually filming in my office right now. It's just easier for me to do this today because my husband is home and he's watching TV and it's loud and I didn't want to disturb him. So this is going to be swatches and stuff for this. See where the light is? I feel like there's going to be crazy shadows. Let's hope that you can see this okay. So this is one of their bigger palettes. There is a mirror that I didn't take the plastic off of yet. So there's 16 shadows in here, and yeah, I'm gonna have to mess with the light a little bit more because I feel like the packaging itself has this reflective stuff, and I just feel like it's gonna interfere too much. So let me just mess with the lighting a little bit. There are 16 shades in here, and this was an interesting palette to me, like color-wise. It caught my eye. I usually buy all the ColourPop palettes anyways. This one was $23, so because there's more shadows in there, it's a little more pricey than their usual $16 palettes. They're normally 16, right? Yeah, 16. So I'm gonna do finger and brush swatches for these. And I don't have an eyeshadow base or anything. Actually, I didn't bring one in here with me. I'm not at my makeup table, so hopefully I don't need one. Ugh, this lighting is gonna drive me insane. Hold on. I'm gonna try and... The lighting in here is definitely something I'm gonna have to mess with if I want to film in here more. But for now, this first one is called Unbothered. This is a very cool color. It's kind of like a white gold, but it has a little bit of iridescence to it, almost like a pink. So this would make a really pretty highlighter shade, actually. I'll do a brush swatch right next to it. Don't ignore this. That's the Kat Von D eyebrow pencil that I'm gonna do a video about after this. And then the next one is TF. Does that stand for the fuck? I don't know what that stands for, but it's a metallic gold, like a true gold shade. Very pretty. And we'll do a brush swatch with that one too. These are all very soft, and I've noticed they don't like to pick up on a brush as well. But that's what those two look like. I'm gonna try and fit more than two at a time. Next we have Titus. This one is also a metallic finish. It's kind of like at first I thought it was a really dark, almost black brown, but it looks more like a gunmetal. No, it definitely has a brownish tinge to it. My brush is a little bit damp now, so it's kind of wanting to stick right here instead of spreading. That is Titus. Then the last one here is Stallion. This is a really, really deep blue with blue glitter in it, like blue micro glitter. It's so dark that it's almost black. It's got like that matte black base, blackish blue base with the blue glitter in it. And that one's very soft. I wanted to fit more than two swatches and I don't think I'm going to be able to. For the next row, let's try and fit all of these on my hand here. We have Spill the Tea. This is a metallic light brown. Well, it's more of a coppery shade. It looks like a brown in the pan until you swatch it. Very pigmented. That one's extremely soft. Then we have Diva. This one is also a gold, but not as much of a yellow gold as that one. This is more of a coppery gold. Again, metallic finish. Actually, I would call it, it's almost an orange. And then IE, this is a metallic olive, an olive green shade. And then the last one here is 14. That's a not quite metallic, that's just more of a shimmer finish, navy blue. I had to think for a minute what I was going to call this shade. So that is the second row. Those colors are very pretty all together, actually. Now this row we have Strut and Slay. This is a metallic copper. Again, super soft and pigmented. Then we have Culture. This is a matte, kind of like a camel brown color. My brush is a little bit damp, so it's coming out a little bit darker. That is Culture. Then we have Sassy. This is very soft. Again, this is one of your typical reddish brown with a turquoise shift that we've been seeing in tons of palettes lately, but it's always one of my go-to colors because I just love duochromes like that. That is Sassy. And then the last one in this row is called September. This is just a purpley pink shade with more of a satin finish. So that is the second to last row. And then for the last row, we have, hold on, let me clean off my mess of a hand here. The first one is Revenge. This is a matte burnt orange color. I guess that's the best way to describe that. A brownish orange. Then we have Thick, T-H-I-C, Thick, and this is a matte bright orange. This is going to come in handy at Halloween time, I'll tell you that right now, because I love my pumpkin orange shades in October. And then we have Played Out. This is a really deep brown that has a slight purplish, almost like a plummy tinge to it. It's not helping me that my brush is a little bit damp because it's making everything darker than I want it to show up. And then the last one is called Shade. The last shade is called Shade. This is a matte berry base that has pink and like copper glitter in it. The glitter transfers really well. They usually do with the ColourPop eyeshadows. Like, I sing the praises of ColourPop's matte eyeshadows because they all are so friggin' pigmented and without being super powdery, and they blend nicely. I just can never get enough of them. That's why I'm constantly buying their palettes when they come out with new ones. But this one is so pretty. It kind of helps to use this color wet, because I mean, look at the dry swatch compared to the wet one. The glitter just sticks and shows up so much better. I don't think my camera's in focus, but so pretty. So those are all the colors in the Perception palette. As soon as I saw this one, that they had a new palette, they've kind of slowed down on how many palettes they're releasing, because I know when they first started with the palettes, they were pumping them out like one a month. It seems like every couple weeks I was buying a ColourPop palette because they had new ones coming out, and then they released like 2 or 3 on the same day, and it was just craziness. It was beginning to be too much too often, which I'm one of those people that can never get enough makeup, but it seemed like way too much. So I really like this palette. This is like a very neutral palette on this side, and then pops of fun color on this side. So I think it's going to be great for anybody who's like doesn't have a big eyeshadow collection and you just want like that palette that you can take with you and have everything you need in one little palette, because it's got your... The only thing it's missing, in my opinion, is like a light cream matte shade, and then this would be like a total standalone palette, because you have your transition shades, but you don't really have a brow highlight unless you're going to use a shimmery one, in which case you could use that. But I really like this palette. Everything is super soft and blendable and pigmented, just like pretty much every ColourPop palette that I have. I can't say enough good things about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little swatch video, and I will talk to you next time.